Hypixel, the largest, most successful server of all time, not just of Minecraft, but of the gaming industry as a whole, with 4 Guinness World Records, an estimated net worth of over $50 million, and a player count peaking at over 100,000 players at once. This server is nothing short of an empire, but it wasn't always that way. Hypixel started as a small group of friends creating adventure maps all the way back in 2012, and it has one of the greatest success stories of any group in the gaming industry. In this episode of Minecraft Uncovered, we will be diving deep into the history, evolution, success, and controversy behind the greatest server of all time. Exactly 8 years ago, on this day, June 14th of 2012, the official Hypixel YouTube channel was created. According to Simon himself, it was created to show off a video game console that Rezus, the other half of Hypixel, created entirely out of redstone in Minecraft 1.3, their very first project.
Pour la débuter, je te propose de nous parler de tes débuts, pourquoi et comment a commencé l'aventure Hypixel.
C'est important de dire que Hypixel, c'est 2 personnes, c'est moi, Simon, et Rezus, un de mes amis, ça fait environ 5-6 ans qu'on se connaît. Vers la fin 2011, je me rappelle bien, il avait fait une console de jeux vidéo dans Minecraft, et on avait décidé, comme par hasard, de faire un vidéo à propos de cette console-là.
Just 6 days later, the team began pumping out new maps, traps, and tournaments to the public, starting with a self-building village map. You can even play some of these earlier games on Hypixel today, like the Hungry Hungry Hippos fishing minigame, which is called pig fishing and part of the Party Games medley, or The Walls, one of Hypixel's largest early successes. By September, the famous Hypixel forums were released. In October, Hypixel had received 50,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel, and they reached 100,000 the next month, a huge feat at the time when the top YouTubers couldn't even break 10 million, and even today, a pretty impressive following. However, it was not until November of that same year that Hypixel began to truly become a massive figure in the Minecraft community, with the release of their Herobrine's Mansion adventure map for Minecraft 1.4. Within just 24 hours, huge YouTubers like Sky Does Minecraft and Ant Venom had begun a series on the map, and by the end of the year, Yogscast, Captain Sparkles, Popular MMOs, Baragost Games, Beijing Canadians, CNanners, and many, many more had taken an interest in Hypixel's new map. So, with all this newfound attention and popularity, what did Hypixel do? Well, they just kept going. New games like Quakecraft and Zombie Apocalypse were coming out monthly, and they got better and better with each release. In the middle of March, they dropped Herobrine's Return, a sequel to their mansion map for Minecraft 1.5, with custom items, animations, shops, quests, boss fights, and more. After this release though, the YouTube channel started to go a bit quiet. Instead of the normal monthly upload, there was 3 months without any updates. What did he have in store? Well, on April 13th of 2013, Hypixel officially released the Hypixel server to the public, starting with a measly 500 player slots and 2 games, Bowspleef and Quakecraft. By the end of the month, the player slots had tripled to 1,500 and The Walls was added to the server. Throughout the rest of the year, Hypixel's server slowly rose to the top with new games like Paintball, Blitz Survival Games, TNT Run, TNT Wizards, and the widely anticipated Vampire Z and Mega Walls. The player count grew more and more and more, ending the year with a record of nearly 12,000 players on at once. From that point forward, nobody could stop Hypixel. Right? Well, not so fast. While Hypixel was working on releasing the server, another group was working in the background, starting their website, creating minigames, and more. On May 24th of 2013, Mineplex was finally released with their Castle Siege minigame, and through the next few months, the server's list of games grew more and more. Bridges, Minecart, Dominate, Zombie Survival, Mineware, Super Spleef, Dragons, and One in the Quiver, all by the end of August, and 10 new games as well as plenty of other server updates and an anti-cheat throughout the remaining months of 2013. By the end of the year, Mineplex and Hypixel were sworn rivals, albeit friendly ones, constantly trading places back and forth in terms of popularity and racing each other to new game modes, features, updates, and more. In the end, Mineplex soared ahead, but the community was more than a little suspicious of why. Accusations of Mineplex using bots to fake the player count were thrown around quite a bit, and the possibility that ideas and games were being stolen from Hypixel was in the mind of thousands of players. The tale doesn't end there, but that's a story for another day. With such a focus on the server, Hypixel's channel was laid to rest for a while, with only 2 more videos uploaded the entire year, showcasing the lobby and Mega Walls minigame. Even without many new videos though, the channel's growth was still incredible. Hypixel had hit 400,000 subscribers by the end of 2013, and the traffic from their 2 showcase videos was more than enough to launch Mega Walls with more success than anything else on the entire network. Now, 2014 was a rather calm year for Hypixel, at least relative to the past ones. Of course, new games were still being released. Notably, we had Arena Brawl, Cops and Cribs, The Blocking Dead, UHC Champions, and a lot of arcade and party games. The updates weren't just games either, with the release of guilds, quests, leveling, an API, and Hypixel Karaoke, the longest running and currently only official event on Hypixel. We even received the first mention of Hypixel's non-Minecraft game that became Hytale, which is likely to release next year. However, there was one event that changed Hypixel permanently and irreversibly. In the early days, Minecraft server development was a wild west, and making money from servers wasn't really regulated by Mojang. But come June of 2014, that all changed. On June 4th, a disagreement broke out on Twitter between several parties, one of which was a Minecraft developer, concerning server donations and buying items and perks from server stores. Of course, the EULA already said that commercial use of Minecraft wasn't allowed, but it wasn't clear what the rules were for servers. 8 days later, on June 12th, the confusion was put to an end when Mojang released a blog post on the rules for hosting and monetizing servers. The list of changes and reminders is pretty long, but the main takeaway is that any item or perk that affects gameplay, regardless of whether there are free alternatives, is 100% disallowed. All servers, Hypixel included, had until August 1st, about 1.5 months, to update their servers to comply with the rules. Now, nobody really expected this, and it caused a lot of sudden change on Hypixel's end. Just to name a few of those, coins, vanity tokens, kits, perks, and classes all disappeared from the store. Personal multipliers were changed to boost everyone, the VIP lobby and the MVP land were shut down, and tons of new cosmetics were added in, like gadgets, chants, disguises, auras, finishers, taunts, kill effects, and much more. Although Hypixel did a great job handling the EULA changes, it was still a huge loss of income for the server, and it caused numerous setbacks in the future, probably including the development of Hytale, since the beta testing of 2016 was entirely cancelled, and the game wasn't even properly announced until years later. Now that the EULA had been dealt with, and the server had plenty of games, cosmetics, and other features to keep things interesting, it was time to work on the website. Near the end of January 2015, a simple update for the forums was gradually implemented, including new ratings, warnings, and more. Just over 2 weeks later, on February 8th, the website was changed once again, but with way more new updates. The leaderboards were completely revamped, with a search feature and more detail. Stats for every player on the server were shown publicly, including game stats, general info, achievements, and parkour records. You could even link your Minecraft and forum accounts for achievements and experience, and you would get a cool rank tag on the forums. Finally, on April 30th, the forums were updated one last time to a design like what we see today in the last major update in over half a decade. Friend leaderboards, daily leaderboards, custom designs, guild details, logos, trailers, artwork, and much more were implemented into the site. Of course, it's been tweaked over the years, as with any big website, but for the most part, Hypixel.net is still using its original 2015 design. Of course, 2015 had a lot more to offer than just a few website updates. 12 new games, including Build Battle, Housing, and Skywars, were released to the public. Hypixel became more active on their YouTube channel too, starting Hypixel Mini Squad, a machinima comedy series based on Hypixel minigames.
Maybe we should just start them on Blitz. I like your thinking, brother. All right, Kenneth, follow us. You know how to walk, right?
Nope.
Okay, hey, there we go. Nice job, buddy. All right.
See, this'll be fine.
Lastly, Minecraft 1.7 support was dropped for the newer 1.8 and 1.9 versions, which can still be used to join the server today, 5 years later. That's really about it for 2015 though. Overall, a very successful year. I feel like something's missing though. What did I forget? Of course, Bladestorm! Now, many of you might not have been aware, but throughout 2015, there was an undercover server created by Hypixel known as Project Bladestorm, and it was Hypixel's first public attempt at expanding outside of Java Edition. Project Bladestorm was originally meant to be a testing ground to see how well a minigame server, like Hypixel, would work on Pocket Edition. They were hoping for and expecting just a few hundred players online for testing. After the server was discovered by YouTube though, everything changed. On September 30th of 2015, a YouTuber by the name of Fusion Droid uploaded a video playing on the Simon Says minigame, which went on to become the Hypixel Says minigame found in the Hypixel server's arcade lobby. Now, this video did well of course, but at this point in time, nobody, myself included, could have known what was to come. 1 month later, everyone knew about and was playing the server. We had Herotic, Rage Elixir, Dan TDM, AA12, Jack Frost Miner, Big B Stats, and so many more YouTubers publishing hundreds and hundreds of videos on the server, eventually leading the server to a player base of over 400,000 unique players and a peak of over 9,000 at once. And keep in mind, this was before anyone knew that Bladestorm was even related to Hypixel. After Hypixel PE was officially announced, the server blew up even more. The player count was regularly hitting over 10 or 20,000 online at once, nearly matching the amount of players on Java Edition. Bladestorm was a massive success, making waves throughout not just Minecraft PE, but the Java community and even servers outside of Minecraft were thoroughly impressed. Entering 2016, Hypixel had finally taken over as the one Minecraft server to lead them all. Mineplex, though was still going strong at this point, had begun to fall behind, with Hypixel's player count peaking at nearly 46,000 players on January 11th, while Mineplex was a few thousand below that. That same day, Hypixel's Smash Heroes game mode released with a completely custom texture pack to go along with it. Later that month, the Watchdog anti-cheat was implemented, and nearly 3,000 players get banned over just 3 days. During March, the community received both good and bad news. Hypixel had once again beaten the player count record, with 52,000 players on at once, the first time any server had ever broken the 50,000 barrier. Unfortunately though, just 2 weeks later, the highly successful Hypixel Pocket Edition was paused until Pocket Edition moved into beta, which later turned into a full-scale cancellation of both Hypixel PE and the Hypixel app. Throughout the rest of the year, Hypixel also had quite a few changes on their team. The original build team split and created their own server known as Ava, and the creative forum shut down as a result. The player council was announced a month after that, replacing the Hypixel Elite team, a group of active players that give ideas and suggestions for the server. Speed UHC, football, mini walls, and Skyclash are added throughout the year as well. Hypixel ended the year with very exciting news regarding Hypixel's mysterious non-Minecraft game, the first time in years that the community received an update. With the new info, we knew about PvE and PvP that would be present in the game, the ability to mod within Hytale, and a full list of the Hytale team, including artists, programmers, designers, web developers, music composers, and much more. Not only that, but we also got a peek into some upcoming updates for the Hypixel server, confirming the release of new games for the new year, as well as a mysterious project known as Infinity. Now we begin 2017. In my opinion, this year was by far the craziest one for Hypixel. Nearly every update made was absolutely huge, and by coincidence, this is also the year I began playing Hypixel. The year started off strong with the prototype lobbies release, including Bed Wars and Duels, now the 2nd and 5th most popular game modes respectively, as well as Survival Dash and UHC Deathmatch, both of which were removed although UHC Deathmatch since returned as a Duels mode. 1 month later, Murder Mystery was added in, which is still one of the most popular modes on the network. 2 months after that, the Classic Lobby goes live, comprised of 6 of the older and less active Hypixel game modes. The hub for classic games still uses the original main lobby from all the way back in 2013, so it's a nice nostalgic place to chill for veterans of the server. On May 20th, Hypixel announced that they would be partnering with NetEase, Minecraft's Chinese publishing company, to release a limited exclusive version of Hypixel for the Chinese public. Hypixel China is currently the 2nd largest Minecraft server, second only to its international counterpart, but it will be shutting down by the end of this month, June 2020. Throughout the latter half of 2017, Hypixel received 4 separate Guinness World Records for the largest player base on a Minecraft server of nearly 12 million unique players, the most popular independent video game server, the most popular Minecraft server, and the Minecraft server with the most minigames, which is 43. To this day, none of these records are known to be broken. Bed Wars and Murder Mystery become the first prototype games to be fully released, making room for Hide and Seek to be added as a new prototype game. Along with the game additions, the server received multiple updates for the friend and guild systems, achievements, lobbies and queuing, and more. Closing off the year is the addition of the MVP++ rank, a monthly subscription adding new features for any MVP+ players that purchase it. The rank's addition is one of the most controversial moves in Hypixel's history for numerous reasons, but namely due to the price, the fact that it isn't permanent, and the original overlap of features with the YouTube rank. However, in recent times, the rank is less looked down upon than originally, and backlash has largely quieted down. On a positive note, MVP++'s addition to the server provided a more stable source of income for the Hypixel team, which allows them freedom to work on both Hypixel and Hytale a lot more. From 2018 and on, it was mostly smooth sailing. With a stable source of income from the new rank, a secure position as the top Minecraft server, and a generally great reputation throughout the community, it was time to focus on making new games, and with the aid of their new Infinity technology, lots of changes would be coming very soon. For those that don't know, based on some late 2016 Twitter announcements on the official Hypixel Twitter, the Infinity project is new tech never before seen in Minecraft or any other game, allowing for thousands and thousands of players in the same world. Although we don't have confirmation, it seems it went into effect during the beginning of 2018 with the release of Battle Royale and the Hypixel Pit, the second non-minigame mode on the network. Duels was properly released shortly thereafter with new modes and maps, followed by the Bridge, which has since become a Duels mode as well. In May, King of the Hill was added to the server, a very popular minigame in the older days of Minecraft, with special twists including power-ups, purchasable armor and weapon upgrades, building, and more. Come June, Zombies and Hide and Seek are released to the arcade lobby with all new achievements, challenges, game modes, Easter eggs, and more. After that, it was time for some quality of life improvements on the network. Guilds received a complete revamp, replacing coins with XP. Queuing in lobbies are changed to accommodate for larger games and faster starts. An in-game version of the store was added, including a new golden currency, and of course, Hypixel founded their official Discord, which kept text channels for less than 24 hours. Good job, guys. Capture the Wool was also added as a prototype game in the middle of all of this, and the first modern Hypixel tournament is hosted, starting with Bed Wars 4s. Capping off the year, as the yearly tradition was, a new announcement on the non-Minecraft game is released, with more important info than ever before. Hypixel Studios is finally presented to the community, along with the reveal of Hytale and a trailer of the gameplay. This causes a ton of debate within not just the Hypixel community, but other servers, YouTube, Reddit, and the gaming industry as a whole. 2019 was a crazy year as well, with just a few large updates but with a huge effect. To start with the smaller stuff, we have the addition of Tower Wars to the prototype lobby, as well as another new tournament for Skywars Crazy Solo. A Hypixel Battle Pass for cosmetics is added in, likely as another source of stable income to fund the recently announced Hytale. Later in the year, Slash Report is revamped and forum reports are closed down. Big announcements come around too, though, starting with the removal of Skyclash, which is still the most disliked staff announcement on the forums to this day. June 11th, though, marks a turning point for Hypixel. Prior to this day, Hypixel would be known mainly as a minigame server, and a successful one at that, but the server had been slowly becoming less populated since its peak in July 2017 of around 65,000 players on at once, and at this point, the player count was peaking at just 25,000 players per day. Some players began to speculate whether Hypixel would go the way of Mineplex, draining players more and more until its eventual death. On June 11th, though, everything changed. Yes, that is the day that the massively popular Skyblock game mode is officially released on the Hypixel server, and quickly becomes one of the most popular Minecraft games of all time. Combined with the renewed interest in Minecraft from Keemstar's popular Minecraft Monday series featuring hundreds of YouTubers competing against each other in various minigames for a cash prize, Hypixel's player count grows, and grows, and grows. Skyblock's player count grows to unimaginable heights in the tens of thousands. For reference, as I record this video, Skyblock is reaching 40,000 players at noon on a Monday. That's nearly double the size of Hypixel's entire player count during 2019 before the game mode's release. Absolutely insane. As a result of this amazingly popular game mode launch, Hypixel destroys their previous world record within just over a month and soars higher and higher and higher, peaking at 92,336 players on at once. Yes, an increase of nearly 30,000 players before the hype begins to calm down towards the end of the year. By the end of the year, Hypixel was peaking at around 65,000 concurrent players per day, about 30 times the player count of its competitors. Yes, it's safe to say, Hypixel wasn't going anywhere. Entering 2020, along with the massive hype brought about from the Skyblock release, which was given its own unique rules in January for the first time in Hypixel's history, by the way, we also received a brand new forum update, moving it to a much newer and more updated software, and a housing update after it reached max capacity in February. Now, of course, as we all know, 2020 has been a crazy year so far, but one of the situations that's been on most people's minds for months has been the coronavirus pandemic. Starting around March, people across the world were sent home from work, school, or elsewhere for self-quarantine to prevent the virus from spreading further. With billions kept at home, many turned to video games, including Minecraft, and as a result, Hypixel's player count soars once again, breaking their previous record and peaking in April at over 100,000 players at once for the first time in Minecraft server history. Several weeks later, the pit is finally moved from the prototype lobby to becoming an official game mode, and I expect that Skyblock is soon to follow. Last month, a brand new part of the Hypixel network is released called Hypixel Alpha, allowing 150 players comprised of staff, YouTubers, and MVP++ players to test out the new Skyblock Dungeons update. 6 days later though, some more news came out about Skyblock, and this time, it wasn't so good. On May 10th, Hypixel begins a huge ban wave of over 5,000 players of ranked Skywars and Skyblock that had been caught boosting, that is unfairly teaming or using alts to gain extra items, coins, kills, or wins. Although ban waves do happen quite frequently on Hypixel, this one was unexpected and it made huge news in the community. Not only was it a large wave, and the first time that either of these modes had had ban waves in a while, but the wave caught a massive portion of the OFN Offensive Guild, made up of YouTubers, well-known people of the community, and some of the top players on Hypixel's most popular game modes. With nearly all of the guild staff being banned, a significant amount of the members being banned, and frightened players leaving the guild voluntarily for extra security, the guild has drained a lot of members and reputation, and even with a third of the members joining after the purge, it will be a while before Offensive regains a spot at the top. Since the ban wave drama ended though, Hypixel has been doing quite well for itself. With a brand new beta replay system for YouTube, reports, highlights, and more, a second Bed Wars 4's tournament after the great success of the first, Hypixel Studios being bought by Riot Games, the studio behind Valorant and League of Legends, the server is growing more than ever, maintaining a player count of 50 to 100,000 players on at all times. And as of the day I record this video, the daily player peak is matching the world record set back in April. So what's next? Well, we'll definitely be seeing the replay system rolled out to more and more game modes, and people are expecting an anti-cheat update, so a cheater-free or at least a cheater-less network may be in our near future. With its massive success, Skyblock will definitely continue to be worked on heavily, and we should be seeing that Dungeons update coming out soon. But really, who can say what's in store? With a team of their size working 24/7, the server is always changing. I say, we just sit back and enjoy the ride. Thank you all for watching the video. This is a bit different than my other Minecraft Uncovered videos, but if you're interested in special accounts and exploits within Minecraft, then you might want to go check those out because they are very interesting, although they are pretty different than this one. This video I kind of just winged. I did a lot of research, found a lot of cool videos, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Also, recently, and probably about a week before this video goes up, while I'm still working on it, we just hit 3,000 subscribers, and that is insane. So I just want to say, I really genuinely appreciate all you guys. The channel is doing a lot better than it ever has been. It's like grown 3 times as much as last month. I am just blown away. So thank you all for the support. I'm going to be grinding as much as I can, probably thinking about doing Minecraft Uncovered twice a month instead of once a month, which is the reason why this is coming out on the 14th. And yeah, so hopefully you all enjoyed. Thank you for the support. More videos coming out soon. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.